Hello there.
Welcome back.
Uh, my phone's going off.
None of that.
I know. We can start
So
over.
yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Nobody cares. Yes, we're doing part two of five of the Limestone Farms Distillery whiskeys.
Yep.
Neat and in a Manhattan.
Yes.
So what's the next one?
So, this one is going to be the small batch. This one comes in at 111.7 proof. Yeah. So I got a little thing I'm going to read. So this is, it says Morgan Family Collection Small Batch Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Limestone Farms Limited Super Premium Small Batch offerings create conversation as you find an even deeper, broader, more complex, and longer-lived Kentucky whiskey experience.
Ooh, it's an experience.
Typically from the same mash bill as our select batches, but from our best of the best barrels and or blends. Experience clean, delineated flavors with undeniable smoothness. We'll save the tasting notes for while we taste. Specs, it says anywhere from 112 to 120 plus proof. So, I don't know, we can round up. Close enough. 111.7. It's like 112. Mash bill, again, heavy on the corn. 78% corn, 13% rye, 9% malted barley. Barrels are American white oak, aged 8+ years. So, if this, let's see. So this says small batch, and up top again it says, what did it say? All small batch offerings, best of the best barrels and or blends. So that leads me to think that this could be from one specific barrel only. So like a single barrel.
Right.
Or a blend.
Sure.
So if it is a blend, the barrels that go into that blend are aged at least 8 years. Also same if it's a single barrel. So it's at least an 8-year. We don't know specifically. But yeah.
It's like a guessing game. I like it.
It is. So yeah, so let's set this
Set the Manhattan
a little bit
aside. Maybe
aside.
like you said, go a tiny bit less.
Yeah, we'll do ounce and a half instead of
there you go.
Instead of
we want to learn from our not mistakes, but learn from what we didn't quite do right, and we're just going to make it better.
All right, so there's an ounce and a half. And then
I'm already predicting
here.
A little bit better than the last one, just because if nothing else, the proof point's higher. Even though this will still be another sweet whiskey because of the high corn content. I'm surprised I got that out without fumbling that.
I know, that's a tongue twister. You succeeded, sir. So we'll set that off to the side and come back. So what do we got here? So nose, it says deeper and darker. It's very elusive because it doesn't say then what. Deeper and darker than what? Deeper and darker. Big but round. Invitation to taste. I don't. I'm lost. I'm a little lost on that one. Nose, deeper and darker. Big but round. Invitation to taste. This might be a little controversial, but I feel like that description came off of something I might have bought on Temu.
Or OnlyFans.
Or invitation to taste. I don't know. That's a little.
Never mind. Let's just move away from that subject and get to the tasting.
All right.
This could go down a really bad rabbit hole.
I guess the invitation to taste, I guess on the nose, it's inviting.
Right.
So let's see if it's true.
Okay.
Ooh, I already like the smell of that. I don't know about deeper and darker, but I definitely, I get it. Almost is like cotton candy. It's very sweet on the nose. Yeah. Some like candied apricots.
Yes, some caramel.
Tell me what you think. Let me steal the show here with all these tasting nosy notes.
Maybe a little bit of cinnamon, not much.
Yeah.
But definitely some caramel.
I like it.
Cherries.
Cherries.
And baking spices.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's give it a taste.
Way hotter than the last one.
Wow,
That's good.
I like that.
Yeah.
A lot.
Right.
Very sweet. Again, I get like the apricots, like candied apricots or something like that.
A little bit of apple too for me.
So it says warm spices. I get that. And woodsy earth undertone, showcasing rich layers and plush stone fruits. Yeah.
It reminds me of a high proof rum too.
Yeah.
Ironically.
To an extent, I can see maybe a little bit of that correlation, but yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I'm glad we started with the other one and went to this.
So agreed.
Moving forward. Agreed. Up.
Yeah. So the finish, it says broad and long, never muddled, yet clean and delineated. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means, but I agree with it all. So.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot. So we did a bit of a bigger pour on this.
Right.
You want to give this a score? Or do you just want to kind of stick with what we did with the first one?
No, we can give this one.
Because we can't revisit the other one.
Right. Let's give this one a score.
I'm at, I don't know. So it's not the traditional whiskey that we usually do.
Right.
It's very corn heavy. But all that being said, I do like it. So I think we still kind of graded on the same type of scale.
So for me, in the sipper category, neat, I like a sweeter whiskey. That's why, like, my daily drinker is like a Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
And this is like a Maker's elevated.
Yeah.
Higher proof, a more complex, sweet still.
But it's like a 180-degree mash bill where,
right.
You know, this is significantly high corn content where, you know, Maker's is like a weeded bourbon. So.
And this is a higher proof than I would typically drink as a daily sipper.
Yeah. This is kind of almost like a special occasion one.
Yeah, I'm gonna about like an 8.5 for this.
I like it.
Yeah.
I was bouncing between 8.5 and 9. I like 8.5. Very solid.
All right.
Yeah, you guys did a good job with this one. So let's let's do the Manhattan.
We're just gonna make the Manhattan. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
All right. So as Jesse's finishing this part up, this year's Christmas gift, and I don't want to let it go for this one to go for a year before we use it. You probably can't see this, but it is a laser engraved We the People American flag 1776 decanter set, and same thing on here.
Yeah,
pretty damn cool.
We the People, and I guess it's We the People of the United States in order to form a more blah 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 blah. It's got some scripture on there, so there it is.
Want to get a couple of cherries?
We can do that.
Please. Cherry. All right, Tom from Limestone Farms. This one is currently in first place on the you need to send us a full bottle list.
Listen, I'm just along for the ride on this adventure. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
And as usual, smells like Manhattan.
Smells like a better Manhattan.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I like it.
I like it too.
But again, somehow or another, it's not blowing my socks off.
No, this one actually got worse than a Manhattan. Not that it's a bad Manhattan, but something happened where it kind of killed the heat out of it. I could taste the whiskey more of the last one than this one. For me,
I don't know. I think to me, I can taste it a little bit more in this.
All right. Now that I've had 2 sips, I think maybe I need to cleanse the palate a little bit.
Yeah,
it's getting better.
It's a little hotter
Mm-hmm.
than the first one was, which you would expect with a whiskey that's, you know, up in the hundred teens almost. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just not. It's just something that's just not quite there. Neat, phenomenal, so great. But in the cocktail again, you know, tweak the recipe
Yeah.
a little bit. Uh, Drop down the vermouth,
Well,
so you
again,
don't quite do the 2-to-1 ratio.
I think our research is staying true in that the sweet whiskeys don't do as well in a Manhattan as far as our tastes go.
Yeah,
This one stays with you a little bit though. Like
it does.
it's been a minute since I've had
Had
it,
a sip.
and yeah, and it's still lingering back there, lingering in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, again, just like the other one, it's not a bad Manhattan whatsoever.
Right.
This is better than the first one was. Again, I just think that elevated proof point is our go-to
Right.
for our flavor preferences. But
It's a dynamite whiskey
yeah,
and still a really good Manhattan. So I'm pretty impressed.
I agree.
Yeah.
So far, we'll see what the other three have to offer. So this one, we gave the other one a 6.5, I believe. This has got to be a little bit higher than that.
7.
Yeah, I put it at a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, above average. You know, this is not going to be something that you're going to be disappointed with. But again, just for us, in the ideal situation, we'd want something that was a little bit more whiskey forward in
Right.
the cocktail. So yeah,
Don't you hate that? Like after 3 years of doing this, we still agree on almost everything.
it's really annoying.
Yeah, it really is.
But anyway, so that's a review. Guys, if you haven't checked out or heard of Limestone Farms, you really should. We're going to put a link down in the description to their website.
And Bourbon Real Talk, who's Glenn's we just drank out of.
Yep.
In case you missed the last episode.
But yeah,
Check them out too. Links in the description. And let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
You know what we haven't done in a while?
I can't do that. You can do it.
I have to drive, so I'm just take a sip of this.
Oh, fair.
Normally it's no Manhattan left behind, but
yeah,
we're getting old, so
yeah.
Cheers.